While we are watching massive demonstrations of unrest across our country, city governments are disassembling police forces. At the same time, state governments are assembling armies of tracers, informants, and bureaucratic busybodies intent on coming to your home to force you to test or to quarantine or to vaccinate. Unlike the riotous armies of Antifa destroying physical property, these armies will be empowered to invade your privacy and to substitute their medical judgment for yours. Like you, I'm confused. Despite CDC statistics indicating that COVID-19 is not as deadly as advertised and that the lawless lockdown of the economy based on flawed models, state and local governments are not through meddling with your healthcare and your liberty.
But wait. The COVID-19 recovery rates among the vast majority of the populace are beyond the 99th percentile. Why do we need to be testing and tracking and mapping and spending resources we have long ago depleted to find out who already had it? Just what are we trying to accomplish by this? If the testing reveals that more people have been exposed than we formerly estimated, does that make the mortality rate even less? And if the testing reveals that less people have been exposed than we formerly estimated, didn't we succeed in flattening the curve? But even if we didn't flatten the curve, our hospital systems were still not overrun. So what are we doing?
That's a great question. Now, tragically, many Americans have started to feel relieved because their governors have lifted some of the restrictions on their liberties in a piecemeal fashion. But complacent acceptance of these table scraps is dangerous, and here's why. In the first place, the nullification of God-given and constitutionally protected liberties by any elected official is a violation of his or her oath of office and a rejection of the rule of law. It violates the principles of English and American government, which go back at least 800 years, back to and beyond the Magna Carta. It appears Americans are facing tyranny today in 2020, just as they faced it in 1776. At that time, the colonies were compelled to acknowledge and declare that King George III, by his repeated and continuous violation of his compact with the people, had broken the bonds which connected him to them, and them to him. They declared him unfit to be their ruler. They declared that he had unkinged himself.
Maybe we should now consider that many governors in concert across these United States have assumed powers not allowed them by the terms of their office and misused the police power which originates from and belongs to we the people to enforce their unlawful edicts, mandates, and orders.
Like King George III, they have openly and continuously violated their contract with the people, thus breaking the bonds that connect them to us and us to them. They have proven themselves unfit to govern. They have ungoverned themselves. And although a few of these executive officials may be well-intended, we must heed the words of Daniel Webster. The Constitution was made to guard the people against the dangers of good intentions. History testifies that in bondage we burn, but in freedom we flourish. Now more than ever, we must stay freedom-focused. This is Jake MacAulay.
And Dominic MacAulay.
With the Institute on the Constitution, bringing you the American View. Thank you for watching our weekly commentary on the Constitution.
You can join us in our mission to restore the constitutional republic through grassroots education by, first of all, praying for us.
Secondly, you can study our materials. You can purchase courses and materials on our store or become a member and get all of our content online at instituteontheconstitution.com.
Lastly, share. Share your knowledge, share our content, and teach our courses in your homes and community.
We can provide the materials, the facts, and the support, but we need you to be the hands and feet of this movement. May God bless your efforts, and thank you.